My name is Monet Thibou, and I am the playwright of 52 Shades of Brown.
And my name is Julius, Powell, and I am the director of 52 Shades of Brown.
This play is about an exploration of brownness. It is about one Black experience through the eyes of 7 college students talking about interracial dating and colorism and homophobia and all that jazz.
Yeah, one thing that I talk about in my director's note is how a lot of this play is about things that are left unsaid in the Black community normally in normal spaces where African American students congregate. And this play explores and exposes all of those things through, like Monet said, the eyes of these 7 college students. Mm-hmm. This play originally, we had the reading last year and a full workshop production this year. Last year, my approach to the reading was really making sure that we got the honesty of the words that Monet had written and making sure that in the most naturalistic way as possible that we really focused on the story this go round instead of just the words, so we're getting the words and the story as well. I wanted to keep things very simple. I didn't want to do anything that's very extravagant. I mean, the play doesn't really call for like fireworks or anything like that, but the actors really have taken this play and really just ran miles with it, and I couldn't be happier about that.
I started writing this play based off of my friend group here at Sarah Lawrence. It initially just started about interracial dating, so I would ask my guy friends and my girlfriends who are of color and say, hey, like, how do you feel about interracial dating? And they would either say something very extreme, like, oh, I can't stand it, or other people would be like, well, actually, I don't mind it. So it kind of started off that way with just Michael taking a white girl to formal, and that whole dichotomy of like Black men can take white women and Black women can't take white men. But as I started writing the play in my playwriting class, I realized there was so much more to talk about. Because in the Black community, we're not just talking about interracial dating. Like, we go through a plethora of things, and I wanted to touch on just a little bit of those things rather than saying, this is the entire Black experience. This is one Black experience. And I wanted to use the names of people who have been slain due to police brutality, whereas the first go around, I think it was just Sandra who was in it, and everyone else was just a random name. But now it's like I wanted to have an impact rather than it just being Michael and Cassandra. I want people to say their name because I feel like we don't say these people's names enough. The people who have been slain due to police brutality is just like, oh yeah, that person's like, no, this is Sandra Bland, this is Michael Brown, this is Eric Garner, Freddie Gray, and all that. So, and
that's in relation to my approach to directing the show. I knew that because these characters had these names, that it was less about making these people Sandra Bland or making this person Michael Brown. It's making and crafting these characters and what this show is, of what could be. What could these people have been at these stages in their life? And I think that we have achieved that in many ways.
I think this play is important because in a time where Black people feel like their life isn't important, and they feel like they aren't heard, they feel like they are insignificant, especially in the theater department where it's so hard for people of color to play normal characters with regular lives and backgrounds rather than being a comedic relief or being the token Black person or being the slave or the help. I feel like I wanted to show people of color that we can have characters with complex roles. We don't have to fit into one box of like what people of color have to act like, what kind of theater we can do, because we can do whatever we want. It's just that no one was giving us the outlet to do so. So I think this play is important because people of color, especially Black and African American people, need to know that there is a space for them in theater. There is a space for us in theater.
Absolutely, and going off of what Monet says, the term diversity can really be split into 2 words, so opportunity and representation. This play provides opportunity and it provides representation, not only for queer bodies, not only for Black bodies, not only for brown bodies, not only for different body types. I mean, we're covering so much ground within an hour and 5 minutes of this show, and that is amazing in so many different ways. And these audiences that are going to be coming to see the show, for some of them, this might be the first time that they see an entirely African-American cast, or an entirely African-American production staff for that reason, with the director, assistant director, and playwright all being African-American. You know, that's a feat in itself. And so I'm just super excited to see how it's perceived in the community as well. Absolutely. And that really even extends into what I, as a director, want this audience to experience. They are walking into this living room of these people. They are experiencing firsthand these conversations and these experiences. So the audience is sitting literally inside of this living room. They're walking through a hallway of this building. They are smelling the smells that these people are smelling. They're smelling the cast members. They're smelling the atmosphere. They're smelling one another. They're seeing one another from all different angles. And that's at least for me, from a directing point of view, what I wanted everyone to experience, in connection to what Monet said of these being a very close-knit group of people, and physically close-knit as well. Come see our show, 52 Shades of Brown, October 13th, 14th, and 15th. The 13th at 7 p.m., the 14th at 7 p.m. and 9:30 p.m., and Saturday at 2 p.m. We'll be happy to see you there.
This could be in the blooper.